And it's for the combat cross. And I'm going to call the officers, the whole group of officers up from our tactical team who did a no-knock entry into a residence on Mackenzie, and I'm sure you're aware of it, but we want to recognize them tonight for their bravery and their diligence. Detective Sergeant William Rodriguez, 4-7. As I'm sure everybody knows, the events of that evening, these are officers from our tactical unit who were called upon to serve a no-knock search warrant at a residence on Mackenzie Court in Lakewood. These officers, upon entry to the residence, were immediately met with gunfire from the target of investigation. And a couple of the officers were wounded, and they were also, besides receiving the combat cross, are receiving a medal or a ribbon rather for wounded in combat. I just want you to think about it for a minute. These are the officers when everybody is running away, they're running into a scene, as well as all the other officers that are being honored. When there's a fire, they're running into it. When there's people with weapons, they are running into the scene, putting their life in jeopardy to protect you and the rest of the community. Again, words really fail me to express my appreciation for what these officers do on a daily basis, especially these officers on the tactical team whose job is extremely hazardous, and they put their life on the line every time they do a job. So thank you, guys. Lieutenant Greg Meyer, as you can see, is walking pretty well. He was, Officer Wilson was shot in the face, and
you're looking good.
okay, hang in there. We only have several more to do. I wish I had a lot more to do. Okay, the next award is actually a unit citation for traffic and safety. So I'd like to call down Officer Ray Przwosnik, 209, Bob Reddington, 212, and Sergeant Frank Work, 217. Traffic and Safety Unit, extremely hardworking, dedicated bureau within the police department. We're commending them for their professionalism, their investigative duties, and motor vehicle incidents involving the loss of life and serious bodily harm. Also, Officer Reddington, under Sergeant Work's tutelage, has become an exceptional traffic and safety officer. Day in and day out, Bobby performs at an extremely high level. No matter what he's doing, if there a call comes out on the radio, he responds. So it's just we have so much pride in an officer like Bobby. We want to take this evening to give him an exceptional service award in addition to the unit citation. Citation for the Street Crimes Unit, Detective Sergeant John Stillwell, 205, Officer Leroy Marshall, 276, and Officer Jason Peterson, 290. Street Crimes Unit, very, very important part of our police department. Just to give you some statistics, this unit is being commended for their efforts that resulted in 103 arrests, 25 search warrants, a seizure of 10 guns, and 1 assault rifle. Tremendous job getting these weapons off the line. The next award is for honorable service for Officer Sean Ward, badge number 302. Officer Ward is being commended for his efforts while on patrol, particularly in the Hearthstone neighborhood. We've had serious issues there with gang activity, and Officer Ward was very dedicated and took a proactive approach and was able to mitigate it to a certain extent. So we are commending him because his actions have resulted in a diminished number of disorderly juvenile problems and gang-related problems, as well as quality of life issues in the Hearthstone development. So great job. Okay, we have a couple more left, and these will be civilian awards, so I'd like to call up Chaim Goodman. Chaim's getting this award through his assistance to the police department, actually over several years. Last year, we had a serious burglary problem in Lakewood. We had a group of serial burglars who were going around every evening, somewhere between 2, 3, 4 in the morning, committing numerous burglaries. It was actually as a result from Chaim. I guess he doesn't sleep at night. He just patrols around Lakewood, rides around. But he actually saw a suspect vehicle, passed that information on to us, which resulted in a motor vehicle stop where we arrested several suspects that were later charged with multiple burglaries. And after that arrest, our burglary rate was reduced somewhere close to 70%. So, thank you. Additionally, approximately 2 weeks ago, off Forest Avenue, we had an attempted abduction, and we were successful in recovering the, it actually wasn't a gun, but it sure looked like one. It was an airsoft pistol and officers responded, and through information given to them by Chaim Goodman, we were able to retrieve that weapon and arrest the suspect. So these are only two of the incidents. I know there's more. I can't think of them at the moment, but in the last year and a half or so, Chaim has been very helpful to us in making these arrests, and we thank him.